We have 11 amazing restaurants featuring a wide variety for every price range and appetite. South Point's Garden Buffet has something for everyone at unbeatable prices. Or, if hunger strikes in the middle of the night, join us at Coronado Cafe. The American menu offers breakfast, lunch, or dinner 24 hours a day, plus a Chinese kitchen for authentic Chinese dishes from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. From steak and eggs to wonton soup, it's fast and friendly service 24/7. When you need a quick pick-me-up, you can find it at our state-of-the-art Starbucks just inside the main South Point entrance. Order ahead with the Starbucks app for easy mobile order pickups. Or enjoy your favorites in the relaxing dining area anytime, day or night. If you love Mexican food, Baja Miguel's has all of your south of the border favorites. There are dozens of classics to choose from, like fajitas, ceviche, chimichangas, tacos, and more. And for spirit lovers, Baja's colorful non-smoking tequila bar is right outside.
Hi, I'm Kurt Angle. I represented the United States in the Olympics in 1996 and won a gold medal. Then I parlayed that into a pro wrestling career. I saw a commercial a few years ago.
Tunnel to Towers Foundation made a promise.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation is paying off the mortgages for Gold Star families with young children. I thought, this is really cool. I want to be a part of it. My dad served in the Army for 30 years. We didn't have a lot of money, but he made sure we had what we needed. He set a great example for all of us. He died in a construction accident my freshman year in high school. When he died, we didn't have any income coming in, and we ended up being forced to move out of our house. I was devastated. So I understand what these families are going through, and to have an organization like Tunnel to Towers come in and pick you up and carry you and give you a home to live in, I think that's just amazing. I'd like to ask you to donate $11 a month to support these efforts by going to t2t.org or calling 1-844-BRAVEST.
The best part of the nighttime racing season at Los Alamitos is here, as the best quarter horses in the nation set to compete in our biggest race, like the Los Alamitos Super Derby, the Champion of Champions, and the Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity. Plus, the best bets in night racing continue, like our early and late pick fours, always with the best pools at night. And of course, our Pick 6 promos on Sunday nights. The best part of the year is here at Los Alamitos.
The following is a Race Day Las Vegas presentation in association with Siraco Productions Limited on the Race Day Las Vegas Radio Network.
Live from the gaming capital of the world, time for Race Day Las Vegas, covering the sport of kings with a Las Vegas perspective. Now to the race desk with your host, Ralph Siraco.
From the backstretch to the turf club, at the racebooks and on the internet, to all horse players around the world, a good morning. All righty. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Race Day Las Vegas radio program. We come to you live and direct from the gaming capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, right here at the South Point Hotel Casino Complex. And, of course, it's on Las Vegas Boulevard in Las Vegas and the South Point Studios streaming network at YouTube. We welcome you to the show. You can see behind me right now, we're getting into the 2-week period now, just 15 days to go until this year's Breeders' Cup, the 2-day event that starts on Friday, Halloween Day, October 31st. So we got 2 weeks to go and counting, and it's starting to get exciting for the horses that are preparing for the Breeders' Cup. But for the racing big races, etc. It's kind of a dull period between now and Breeders' Cup Day. We welcome all of our listeners on our radio station, our anchor radio station, Sports Talk 1400 AM and 107.1 FM. Do want to make a mention right now. I thought our radio station did something great here. As you know, we don't talk about politics here, but as you know, the government's been shut down for like 3 weeks now, because they've got their little you-know-what contest going on between the Democrats and Republicans in Washington. Anyhow, during this time, now we're getting into that 3-week period where a lot of the government workers are not getting paid, okay? Not their fault. They're not getting paid. So what the radio station here in town, what our anchor radio station here in town has done, is in order to help those Las Vegas federal workers out. If you're a federal employee affected by the government shutdown, they know the times are tough, and that's why KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM is stepping up to the plate. They're going to offer discounted dining certificates to help out lighten the load for all of the government people that are not getting paid. So if you're a federal government person that's not getting paid because of the shutdown, you just you can either call the radio station at 702-221-1200 to learn more about it, 702-221-1200 to learn more about it, or just tune in to the station on their shopping show, Monday through Friday from noon to 6 p.m. Pacific time here in Las Vegas, okay? For the federal workers, they're giving whatever you order there is going to be discounted for you because of what's going on. They're going to try to help you out there, and I think that's a good thing there. That's our anchor radio station, Sports Talk 1400 AM. And, of course, you know about all of the other platforms that we have on our race day deliveries, the platforms that we have, our websites, and the apps that you can get for your devices, etc., and anywhere you get your podcasting. So simply put, however, wherever, whenever, welcome to the Race Day show today. Okay? They have published now, they announced the World Championship broadcast schedule and post times for the Breeders' Cup, okay? So here's how it's going to shake out. On Friday, October 31st, the Future Stars Friday. The first race of the day at Del Mar will be 11:35 a.m. Pacific time. These are all Pacific times now. The first Breeders' Cup race of the 2-year-old races that day will be the 6th race, and that goes at 2:45. That'll be the juvenile turf. The 7th race, going at 3:25, will be the juvenile fillies. The 8th race will be the juvenile fillies turf. That goes at 4:05. The 9th race is kind of the centerpiece of all of the races for the juveniles because it's the oldest of them all, and that is the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. It's been run every year since Breeders' Cup started. And that'll be the 9th race, and that goes at 4:45, the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. And then the 10th race, the final race of the day, and the final of the Breeders' Cup 5 races for the Future Stars will be the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf, and that'll go at 5:25. And that'll be on the Friday. And as you know, we're doing our Breeders' Cup seminar, our annual Breeders' Cup seminar in the Grand View Lounge right after those races are done at 6 p.m. It is adjacent to the race book, so you'll be able to watch all the Breeders' Cup races, and then just about 35 minutes after that, we're going to start the Breeders' Cup seminar here at the South Point in the Grand View Lounge with Jonathan Ardoon and John Lindo. Then on Saturday, that, by the way, is Halloween Day. Then on Saturday, of course, November 1st, is the Championships Day, Saturday. And the races will start early at 10:05 a.m. will be the first post time. First post time, 10:05 a.m. Pacific time again. And then there'll be 2 races before the opening ceremonies and the Breeders' Cup Saturday races. And that will include the third race, which would be the Grade 3 Goldacova Stakes. Then the opening ceremonies, and then the races, the Breeders' Cup races will begin. The first of the Breeders' Cup races on Saturday will be held at 12 high noon. 4th race on the card is the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint. The 5th race to be contested at 12:41 p.m., Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint. The 6th race that goes at 1:21 p.m. is the Breeders' Cup Sprint. The 7th race post time at 2:01 p.m. will be the Breeders' Cup Distaff. We're still waiting to see where the Torpedo Anna will go in that race or be retired. The 8th race, it goes at 2:41 p.m., the Breeders' Cup Turf. That's the big turf race for the marathoners. The 9th race, there are 12 races now, but the 9th race is the big centerpiece race, and this is because of the television coverage on NBC. I do believe they have like a Notre Dame game coming on NBC, so they had to put this race to get it covered on NBC early in the card, or not at least the climatic race at the end of the races. So it's the 9th race on the card, the big one, the Breeders' Cup Classic. That'll go at 3:25 p.m., 3:25 Pacific. After that, the 10th race goes at 4:05 p.m. That'll be the Breeders' Cup Mile. The 11th race at 4:45 p.m. will be the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. And then the last race of the Breeders' Cup races will be the 12th race on the card. That'll go at 5:25 p.m. Pacific time. It'll be the Breeders' Cup Filly Mare Turf. Now, all of these races, I believe there's going to be 10 hours of broadcasting on combining both days between NBC Network, their streaming network, Peacock, and FanDuel TV. All right, so you'll be able to see those races. They'll be covered if you're not going to go anywhere. On those will be the schedule for the TV coverage. All right, and of course, as you know, we're inviting you out here to Las Vegas at the South Point to join us for the big Breeders' Cup weekend, which will start on October 30th, Thursday, October 30th, right here at the YouTube streaming network, and only at the YouTube streaming network, the Breeders' Cup, the Race Day Las Vegas Breeders' Cup Special. We'll have our handicappers, Jonathan Hardoon and John Lindo, in addition to other handicappers, like our guys here in the sports, Chris Andrews and Vinny Miliulo, and some surprise handicappers as well. That'll be on the special show, only on the streaming network at YouTube. You can't get it anywhere else. They'll be on October 30th at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Then, of course, as you know, on Friday, we told you after the races, the first day of racing, the seminar in the Grandview Lounge. And then on Saturday, the big viewing party up at the Grand Ballroom, where, of course, there'll be big banquet tables. He seats 12 people, betting windows, kiosks, prize giveaways, big screen TVs, etc. And myself and Jonathan and John will be there, of course, betting the races with you. And if you come out, we'd love to talk to you and see you. So stop by the table. We invite you to come on out. We'd love to talk to the people who we talk to every day through our platforms, okay? And all of that, of course, is free of charge, except for the actual bets you make and the discount as far as food and beverage. And there's a big discount on those here at the South Point. Okay, so now you got, you know how the races are going to lay out, you know what the TV coverage, etc. And now we got to start putting together our predictions for the fields in those races. And as you know, we've been talking about this, I don't know, since about right after the Triple Crown and starting into the summertime of the summertime races, the big races there, that this 3-year-old division, the 3-year-old class this year, is a very special class of horse this year. The 3-year-old division is really strong, and it will be meeting a strong 4-year-old division, etc., the older division. So you got them two finally merging together in the Breeders' Cup Classic. And I got to tell you, if all the parts stay in the right place and all the horses that are training right now, 15 days from the big race, 15 days from the racing, if they all stay together and all the parts are in the right place and nothing happens, this is going to be one hell of a vintage Breeders' Cup Classic. It might be one of the best classics of all time. We'll wait and see about that. All righty. So I just wanted to mention all that stuff. Okay, coming up this weekend, kind of, a light weekend, but nevertheless, we were talking about how between the end of the Breeders' Cup prep races, the win and your ends, and the actual Breeders' Cup, in between those 3 and 4 weeks that we have there, a lot of the states, the respective states, have their state-bred stakes races, the big state-bred stakes races, based on the same formula, the same as the Breeders' Cup. All the divisions, state-breds, etc. And we've had several of those already. Well, coming up this weekend, and it'll be on Friday, by the way, not Saturday, but Friday, Remington Park will host the Oklahoma Classics races, which are the Oklahoma breds. Oklahoma Classics races, 10 divisional stakes races at Remington Park, and that'll happen on Friday. Saturday, Gulfstream Park will have 2 of the Florida Sires Series stakes races. Belmont at Aqueduct will kick in with a Grade 2. Keeneland's going to have a couple of nice stakes races, one Grade 2 and a Grade 3. And in the Perryville Stakes at Keeneland, Bob Baffert has shipped out 2 of his 2-year-olds. Barnes and Gaming will compete in the Perryville there at Keeneland on Saturday. And then, of course, Delta Downs, which is opening up, they're going to have a stakes race on Saturday. Santa Anita will kick in with a stakes race, and Woodbine is going to have 2 stakes races. I should say, 1 stakes race, but it is the Grade 3 Ontario Derby. And then Sunday, we'll have a couple of stakes races each at Belmont at Aqueduct, Woodbine, and Santa Anita and Keeneland will kick in with a stakes race as well. All righty. Florida Horseman is asking the courts in Florida to intervene into the continued process of trying to decouple the casino, the slot machine, casino slot machines, the horse racing slot machines, and Florida racing. And the folks that own Gulfstream Park, they're trying to get that decoupling so they can keep more of the money, the casino money, for profits, and not shift some of that casino profits to the racing, to keep the base of racing going there in a higher level. So now the horsemen in Florida are asking the court to intervene. We'll wait and see about that. That struggle continues to go on between Florida horsemen and the people who own Gulfstream, etc., and the decoupling of those revenues. Churchill Downs has added 3 more stakes races with Kentucky Derby points. 3 more stakes races with Kentucky Derby points, but they're all in the Middle East. 1 more will be held in Dubai at their race course, and a couple will be held in Saudi Arabia at their race course on the big Saudi Cup day. And of those 3 races, there will be 2 more berths that will be extended to the Kentucky Derby. So they're starting to shift more over there. There is an assistant trainer, at least he calls himself an assistant trainer, Eustebio Juarez, who's got a 2-year suspension from HISA for illegal drugs in his syringes. Okay. They didn't see him do anything, but they caught him with syringes that had illegal drugs in it. And so therefore and this happened at Oaklawn Park earlier this year. So now they come around and they're going to give him a 2-year suspension, this assistant trainer. I'm sure there's going to be appeal there. And Sahin Savici, who has been competing at Woodbine, which Woodbine is coming closer to their closing. I think they close next month. In any case, Savici is going to move to New York. He's going to be a full-time rider in New York, on the New York circuit there. Just a couple of little tidbits of information that's going on there. Okay, Now we've got all that out of the way. Don't forget that we have Jonathan Ardoon today. If it's Wednesday, we got Dwayne Colucci from the Rampart. Rich Eng will be along with us, along with John Lindo and Jerry J. And one other thing that I wanted to go to, and that is, of course, some of the racing that happened on Monday at Santa Anita, of course, Columbus Day. All right, just a couple of days ago. Antonio Fresu had a couple of winners. Trainer Doug O'Neill had a couple of winners. And Juan Hernandez had a couple of winners. Actually, Fresu had 3, and so did Hernandez. So Antonio Fresu and Juan Hernandez had 3 wins apiece at Santa Anita on Monday, and of course the trainer Doug O'Neill had a couple there. All right. By the way, the 4th race at Santa Anita on Monday, big $89.20 winner happened there. So it made the early pick 4 and early pick 5, and the start of the pick 6 really happened with that $89 winner there. And of course on Sunday at Santa Anita, our handicappers had seconditis, although Rich Eng gave us a winner in the first race. That was the California Distaff Stakes, where Sneaker came home and won for Rispoli, paying $8.40, outrunning Grand Slam Mike and Isa Court. But as far as our handicappers were concerned, Jonathan Ardoon had a nice second with a horse that paid $7 to place in the 8th race. By the way, some of the prices on Sunday: $15.80, $3 even, $8.20, $11.20, $9.60, $9, and the last race paid $50.40. Okay, so those last 6 prices, with the $50 horse in the last race that was trained by Doug O'Neill, gave big payoffs on Sunday at Santa Anita. The late pick 5 paid $23,885.90. The pick 6 paid $139,155.60, and they hit the Sunset 6 too. That thing paid $215,338.96. And at Keeneland on Sunday, you had Luis Saez had a couple of winners. Jose Ortiz had a couple of winners on Sunday at Keeneland. And our handicappers again, John Lindo had a nice second-place finisher in the 6th race at Keeneland on Sunday with his pick. Rich Eng in the 2nd race finished 2nd with his pick at Keeneland. So our handicappers were right around the winner's circle, but a couple of 3 handicappers with their selections finishing 2nd. And Jonathan Ardoon's horse at Gulfstream finished 2nd. So they had a lot of second-place finishers. So if you're betting them winning place, you were okay. All right, enough of all of that stuff. Now we get to going to our first break. When we come back, we'll give you the racing menu for today and then start off with our handicappers as we start off another week covering the great Sport of Kings Las Vegas style here at the Race Day Las Vegas show. Don't go away.
South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you've still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Now, we're 15 days away from the Breeders' Cup. And as you know, Southern California, as the song goes, it never rains in Southern California, but it does, and it did this past week. The last 5 or 7 days, they had some rain in there in Southern California. So, looking a little bit ahead to the Breeders' Cup, You know how the Weather Channel and the weather websites look ahead, and so we're going to take that look ahead. So coming up ahead at Del Mar, as far as the 30th is concerned, that's Thursday the 30th. They say it's going to be around 74 degrees overnight, low 59, and sunshine. On Halloween night, the 31st, the first day of the two-day Breeders' Cup, 73 degrees and 59 overnight. And on Breeders' Cup Saturday, 73 and 58 degrees. So that's the type of weather they're expecting, looking ahead 2 weeks and a day. Okay? All right, time to get to the racing menu. By the way, the weather around the country today is not so bad in the racing centers. Right now here in Las Vegas, as you can see, this is the first day I'm wearing a sweater since, maybe 6-7 months. It's chilly outside. 57 degrees we started out this morning. We're going to get up to 69. So it's getting that type of year here. It's getting that type of weather here. You know, crisp football, Breeders' Cup weather type stuff happening here. But it's always fast, firm, and perfect in the book. You know that. So that's our weather. 84 degrees in Miami with a little bit of clouds over there. New York, 70 degrees with some overcast. Chicago, ooh, they got a little rain there in Chicago with 61 degrees. It was really windy here yesterday. I mean, really windy. And the winds now are going towards the Midwest. So keep that in mind. It's going to be really windy like in places like Albuquerque. L.A., sunny and 68 degrees with no racing. And, of course, in Phoenix, Arizona, it's 78 degrees. And here in Las Vegas, as I say, we're going to get up to 69. Okay, here's the racing menu for today. Reminding you, first post times are Pacific. So if you're playing the races here today at the South Point, these will be the first post times. If you're anywhere else, you know, just adjust to the Pacific time zones from wherever you're at. You won't miss anything like I miss Mom and Dad. Okay, we begin with Parks Racing. Parks Racing has 10 races today. Their Pick 5 jackpot carryover starts at $197,904. That's where it starts. $197,904 in the Pick 5 jackpot today at Parks. First post time for 10 races, 9:40 this morning. Delaware Park. They've got 9 races as well at Delaware Park. First post time at Delaware Park today is at 9:45. 9:45 at Delaware Park. Keeneland Racecourse has 8 races today. First post time is 10 a.m. at Keeneland. Keeneland's 10 a.m. first post time there. And then, of course, we got Finger Lakes. Right now, the only upstate New York racetrack running. Finger Lakes has 8 races. Finger Lakes has a first post time of 10:15. Horseshoe Indianapolis. They've got 10 races, 8 thoroughbreds. The last 2 will be quarter horse races. That makes up the 10 race course at Horseshoe Indianapolis. And a first post time of 11:10. Presque Isle Downs will kick in with their 8 race card today at 12:30. 12:30 at Presque Isle Downs. Delta Downs underway at Delta Downs in Louisiana. 8 races today at Delta. First post time is at 2:45. 2:45 at Delta. And then we go to Charlestown. Charlestown has a Pick 6 jackpot carryover, $24,923. They have 8 races, and their first post time is at 4 p.m. today. That's your Wednesday racing menu. Now let's get out to Mr. Jonathan Hardoon. Jonathan, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. How are you?
I'm doing fine, my man. How are you doing?
Good. I just wanted you to know that I got a text from a loyal listener that says that the only official times for the Breeders' Cup is the Classic. Everything else is subject to change, and they will announce it on October 22nd. So the Classic is set in stone. The rest, not so much.
Okay, yes. And I can tell you this right now. In the press releases that I got, they sent out a correction, and I was giving the post times from the correction. So that's what he might be. That's what he might be referring to. Earlier in the day, they sent out the whole thing, and let me see. I would think what was it about? About mid-afternoon yesterday, they sent out the correction. So I gave the post times for the correction. Now, if they do any other changes after that, so be it.
Exactly.
The only thing I could say is, look, this is our Super Bowl. How in the heck cannot our Super Bowl put the
Get it right.
put the big race where it should be at the end of the day, the climatic race, the big one, and why can't it be covered by a national network? I understand. Listen, I'm a Notre Dame fan. I am a.
They started doing it last year, and people complained about it. And you're right; it's the race of the year, the race of the certainly of the day. It should be the last race, but you know.
And I know that Notre Dame plays on Saturdays on NBC. They got a contract with them, and I am a Notre Dame fan. But you would think that they could change maybe the start time of the Notre Dame game for once for something as. I mean, I think horse racing might change a little bit if if it was conflicting with the Super Bowl, as it does on Super Bowl day. We get all of the races done before the Super Bowl so people can enjoy that. I just don't.
Yeah, or set it up where they could run like during halftime. Or something,
man.
so everyone will be watching, right?
Yeah, well, that was the idea I had a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Put the
Yeah.
put the Pegasus, which happens at that time of year, at halftime during the football game. Instead, we're going to get a halftime show that from a person I never heard of. But then, I'm an old fart, so who cares? Yeah. Anyhow, enough said about that. But it's getting kind of exciting now, I think.
Yeah, this is like starting next week, and after they draw and everything, that's when it's really going to get going. But we're getting closer, And this week, you're right. There's certainly a lull this weekend as far as stakes are concerned, and that's just the way it is. It's the calm before the storm.
Now, you handicappers, I understand, are not like putting the nuts and bolts together this early. Like you said, you don't even really seriously get into it until after they draw the post positions. Okay, I understand that. But we do know 90% of the horses that are going to the Breeders' Cup, and we do know that maybe 85% of the horses that are going, we know what races they're going to go in. The Dirt Mile and the Classic will, switch around a little, etc. And the juvenile races, some of them might go in the dirt races, others might go in the turf races. We don't know about that yet. But looking ahead, what races intrigue you the most?
Well, obviously the Classic,
right,
Ralph.
outside of the Classic. Yeah.
That up to be like the be-all and end-all. So I'm interested in the Sprint this year. Too bad what's his name, Bookham Dano won't be there because he's actually one of my favorite horses. I just like that horse. He just lays it down every time. So he's missing this year's Breeders' Cup. I don't know.
Well, there are two of those really popular horses that are going to be missing. He's one of them, and the Chosen Vran, of course, who retired. Right. He's the other one. So,
and both sprinters.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Both for that race. Yeah. So who's the top sprinter? You can't use Skelly because Skelly's just not getting it anymore.
No, Skelly's finished. Yeah. Is Skelly even going? We don't even know.
I don't even know about that. Yeah, but I mean,
I think he's lost a step or two. So.
And the distaff, of course, with Torpedo Anna in there, if she had performed as the horse of the year from last year, leading up to the Breeders' Cup, would have been a race that you'd want to see just for her participation only. But now with her in flux and with the Baffert filly, I can't remember her name, Caravelli, something like that.
Caravelli.
Yeah. She's going to pass it too. Kind of, it may not be as.
It's losing some of its luster.
Yeah, but losing the luster may make it more competitive.
Yeah, it makes it a better betting race. Yeah. That's for sure. Yeah. Who wants a 1-to-5 shot in there? I mean, yeah, unless you're trying to beat them, obviously.
But right. So that ought to be an interesting race.
And it's all too soon to really be talking about, I think, but we're getting closer.
Yes, we are. We're getting closer. But like you said, in the meantime, we're getting a lot of the state-bred stakes races at the particular racetracks in different states, etc. But we do have Keeneland going right now. And Keeneland, how's that meet from your perspective? How's the meet? Has it been fair racing?
It's fine. It's a serious problem. CAW is as bad as it's ever been at Keeneland. I mean, it reminds me of literally at Del Mar. On Sunday, there was a horse that was 8-1. went off 3-1. There was a horse that was 11-1 that went off 7-2. So Keelan is not abiding by the 2-minute cutoff rule that California and New York does. But again, even though that's not the answer because they're involved in other pools like we talk about on every show, but at Keelan, they are just no shame, no shame.
Well, let me ask you this, because I don't want to be I don't want to be unfair and blame CAW for every odds drop. Are these odds dropping like between a minute to post time?
We know people that play every day know when it's CAW. This is all CAW.
Just let me finish. Is the 8-1 on the morning line that went to 3-1? Is that because of a bad morning line, or do you attribute it to CAW?
It doesn't matter if it's a bad morning line. When the gate opens and a horse is 8-1, and in the middle of the race he turns to 3-1, who cares what the morning line is?
Yeah, okay, you did. But see, Jonathan, when you started your conversation, you didn't say that. You said an 8-1 went down to 3-1. That explains it. Yes, that's got to be CAW.
Yeah, of course it's CAW. Yeah, I mean, bad morning lines, okay, so they make some bad morning lines, but that doesn't affect horses going from 8-1 to 3-1.
Right.
CAW does.
Right. After the gate opens, the morning line means nothing. Right. Yeah.
I'm sorry I wasn't more clear, sir.
Well, that's okay, because I'm sorry I wasn't more astute to your intent of that of your conversation.
So we're talking to a room of people and listeners that all get it. They're all players. They know what I'm talking about. So.
And that have you observed that happening on more than one account? I mean, getting to be pretty bad at Keeneland?
It was prevalent on Saturday and Sunday if you were paying any attention, and people were, because just go on X. It's all as soon as it happens, it's great because people have pictures of the odds when they're going in.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Come with all the receipts. You can't get around it.
I see that. I will attest to everybody out there that on Sunday I made the bets for my handicappers, who I was betting win bets, and all you guys ran second on me. But in any case, you had live horses. All of you guys had live horses. But I was invited by a friend to join him in his suite at the Raiders game here in town. And so I went to see the Raiders game there and didn't pay too much attention to what the racing was going on Sunday. Caught up, obviously, on the results, but...
and you brought him some luck. Maybe you should bring you every week.
Please. You don't want me to get started. I mean, it was a very enjoyable time, and I'm glad they won. But Tennessee, really, they were just, I mean, our college team, UNLV, could have beat them. And by the way, congratulations to UNLV, one of the very few undefeated college teams now. I think we're 6-0, or, it's going to be a good game this weekend with Boise State, but UNLV's really they're doing it some. All right, I digress. Okay, so let's take a look at Keeneland today then, huh?
All right, we're going to look at the second race today, Ralph. It's 7 furlongs on the main track, and I like the number 7 horse in here, Alternate Reality. This is a 5-year-old gelding who made his last start for trainer Joe Sharp, and he ran very, very well. Rider switch today to Jose Ortiz, 6-1 on the morning line. Number 7, Alternate Reality, wins today's second race out at Keeneland.
All right, you got it, my man. We're going to go to the second race today at Keeneland. Should go right around 10:25, 10:30 Pacific time. And the second race, you like the 7, Alternate Reality. Jose Ortiz aboard at 6-1. The 7 at 6-1 before CAW. But he's number 7 in the second race at Keeneland's your pick. And you have a full sheet at your website.
JONHARDOON.com. Thank you, Ralphie. Stay safe, be well.
You got it, my man. You too. Thank you so much. And we're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, we got stacked up out there. We got Dwayne Carlucci, followed by Rich Eng, and then, of course, John and Jerry. Don't go away.
Thank you, buddy. There are many families that need your help. I'm Mark Wahlberg, and I'm asking you to support the Tunnel to Towers Foundation in their efforts to deliver mortgage-free homes to catastrophically injured service members, Gold Star, and fallen first responders families with young children, as well as eradicating homelessness amongst our veterans.
Everybody knows where the money's going, every single dollar. God bless you.
Please contribute $11 a month to support their efforts by visiting T2T.org.
The best part of the nighttime racing season at Los Alamitos is here, as the best quarter horses in the nation set to compete in our biggest race, like the Los Alamitos Super Derby, the Champion of Champions, and the Los Alamitos 2 million Futurity. Plus, the best bets in night racing continue, like our early and late pick fours, always with the best pools at night. And of course, our Pick 6 promos on Sunday nights. The best part of the year is here at Los Alamitos.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Glad to see our chatters were chatting away here, and Ira indicated on the chat box that Brian Hernandez was back working horses this morning. Just 3 weeks after he broke his ribs and punctured his lung and lacerated his liver. These jocks are just great-shaped athletes, that's for sure. Let's get out to Dwayne Colucci at the Rampart. Dwayne, good morning.
How you doing, Ralph?
I'm doing fine, my man. How are you?
Good. Getting a little cold, like you said. I got the sweatshirt on today.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, temperature drops quick here in Vegas. People
I know.
don't realize, but it's
I know.
getting a little chilly.
We get all of this monsoon rain, then we get all of this wind, and now we got the cold. You know, it just stick around. It'll change, that's for sure. Always fast, firm, and perfect in the books, though, and I'm sure that's where people will be congregating come 15 days from today when the Breeders' Cup starts.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be a fabulous 2 days. We even got the Halloween in the mix this year, but the Rampart is going to be off the hook. Like I said, Ralph, anybody who gambles only $500, guys, you're going to get a free pizza at Ipazzi, gourmet pizza. Fabio Vivani, our new chef. Unbelievable to have that affiliation at the Rampart. He's got Ipazzi, his restaurant, and we also now have an oyster bar, but we will be giving a voucher out. All you have to do is bet on Saturday, and you're going to get a free pizza and no points charged. That's right out of our pocket. So come on down, enjoy the races. Of course, it's going to be on the center screen, on the video wall. We bumped the football for the Breeders' Cup at the Rampart.
There you go.
Love the horseplay so much. Yes, we're one of the properties that does do that. And, my football regulars, they're used to it. I've been doing it now for over 20 years, and it's just a great, great atmosphere and a great classic lined up.
Okay, now I want to just make it clear. It's the Saturday of the Breeders' Cup, not this Saturday for the pizza offer, right?
The Saturday for the Breeders' Cup,
Yeah.
correct,
Okay.
correct. But we'll have our regular comping going on, and, this Saturday, which is the
Sure.
best in town, every $40 wagered is one comp dollar, Ralph. So, excellent value for the horse players, and if you qualify, we comp your racing forms, 75 individual seats with monitors, and just a great view from anywhere.
Hey, listen, if you're up there in that area of Rampart, they operate the same with the same philosophies they do here at the South Point. You cannot lose, folks, if you go up there and enjoy the races in that part of the country right at the Rampart, that's for sure. Hey, Dwayne, let's get a winner.
Oh, I'm so cold, Ralph. We definitely need a winner here. Keeneland's been killing me. I picked it up a little at Santa Anita over the weekend, and, Rick Dutrow bailed me out. He had actually a winner at Meadowlands over the weekend, so I had that horse. So, I had a few winners, but on the show, I've been a little cold. We're going to go 8th race. We're going to try Victor Espinoza again. He picked up a winner. John Velasquez was off his mount for Wesley Ward. And we're going to the 8th race with Ward again. Dang, here comes Shang. I think the horse has enough speed. I mean, if he could get those 55 splits that I'm seeing he got at Saratoga, Ralph, he could definitely run. But the only concerning thing, he only has one workout in between August and now October 15th. So keep your eye on that. I think Victor's going to put him on the lead. It's only 5.5. A lot of these other horses seem to really excel at 6, 6.5. So I'm liking his chances here as long as he breaks clean. Didn't break too good last time, but, he definitely was engaged and ran well at Saratoga at a high level. Let's go with Dang. Here comes Shang, 5-1 with Victor. Race 8 at Keeneland. And keep your eye on the David Jacobson horse in the 4th race. He's moving this horse from the turf to the dirt gradually from Del Mar. He also has a chance. So we're going to put our eggs in one basket here with race 8 at Keeneland. Dang, here comes Shang. 5-1 with Victor and Wesley Ward.
All right. You got to give the name of the horse for the folks out there in the 4th race.
Yes, it's September Magic, I believe. That is September Magic. David Jacobson, yes. And he's using Tyler Gaffalione, which is a great combination. He ran on the dirt last time at Churchill. He's predominantly a turf horse, but his dirt race was for a high allowance level. Now he's dropping to 35,000, and I think he could definitely graduate into a dirt career. David has been a master at this meet. He's been conditioning so well. He's moved his tack from New York to Keeneland.
All right, and you got the Gaffalione, who knows how to ride that track very well. So in the fourth race, a little bonus play, the 3-horse September Magic in the month of October. Hey, thanks a lot, Dwayne. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, Ralph. I really appreciate it. You're the best.
Oh, you are too, my man. All right, now let's get out to Rich Eng standing by. Richie, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ralphie. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, listeners.
Richie, I wanted to talk to two things real quick. And we had a very good friend of ours that was with us for years in the race book, et cetera, that passed away now a couple of weeks ago. And he was a regular listener and a regular, player with us. Didn't get a chance to do it, but I wanted just to mention the passing of Herb.
Yeah, Herb McRoy was someone that I met when I first came to Las Vegas back in 1998, Ralph, and him and his wife, Lupe. For anyone who's a regular at Sunset Station going back 25-plus years, he sat in the front row. Right up there across the aisle from Patrick Garrison. They were two of the biggest and best horse players at Sunset Station, and known them for a long time. He was an Army veteran, a war veteran, so he served our country well, and he was a loyal listener. He never missed a Race Day Las Vegas show, and he counted you and me as two of his closest friends, and he was 94 when he passed a couple of weeks ago, Ralphie.
Well, he's joining a big crew of all of our buddies up there at that great racetrack in the sky. So our thoughts and our sympathies go out to Lupe and the family. Herb will be he'll be well missed, that's for sure. Another thing I wanted to ask you before we get to our pick on the day, the Breeders' Cup Advanced Edition again. Tell them when it's going to be available.
It will be available in Vegas and around the country on Thursday, October 23rd. And you can pick it up at most of the locations here in Las Vegas. For those who are actually watching outside of Las Vegas, Ralph, you can call my office and order it, and I will have it mailed out. But the office number here in Vegas for the daily racing form, 702-261-9400. You can order it, pay it through your credit card, and I will mail them all out on Thursday morning, the 23rd.
All right, you got it. The 23rd is the day when we start really getting the colored pens out, the Ouija board, and everything else, and start handicapping away for the Breeders' Cup. All right, Richie, we need a winner, buddy. What do we got today?
I tell you what, Mr. Colucci stole my thunder, Ralph. Race 4. My horse is the 3, September Magic.
All right.
Dwayne give it out. A couple of the same reasons. David Jacobson's a heck of a trainer. He claimed this horse 2 back. He ran this horse way over his head last time at Churchill, but I think I consider that kind of an exercise prep race. Now drops down to 30. Plus the race shape really helps too. There's a lot of early speed in this race. I think Tyler Gaffalione can sit a nice trip and then hopefully finish at 8-1. Ralph, number 3, September Magic.
All right, we got the good housekeeping handicapper seal of approval. 2 guys landing on the same horse in the 4th race. You like the 3, September Magic. That's your official pick on the show today at Keeneland. The 4th race, number 3, September Magic. And you have a Keeneland sheet today, don't you?
Yes, I do Keeneland every day, as well as Santa Anita. It's one of those bonus months where my subscribers get 2 sheets for the price of 1, and if someone buys the daily sheet, also 2 sheets for the price of 1.
All right, you got it, my man. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Hey, thanks, Ralph. Good luck, everybody.
Yes, sirree, Bob. And, of course, we'll be looking for a football pick tomorrow on Thursday as well, Richie. That's for sure. All right, we're going to wrap it up with John and Jerry. Don't go away.
South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style Paradise swimming pool. A relaxing getaway where you can bask in the desert sun and enjoy seasonal food and bar service poolside. And if you really want to escape, come to Spa Costa del Sur. From couple suites to a co-ed wet area, our spa caters to business and leisure travelers who want to unwind and elevate their senses. A visit to one of our spa's steam, sauna, or whirlpool treatment rooms will leave any guest feeling like they can take on the world.
The Race Day Las Vegas Show, the only exclusive daily local media racing information source in Las Vegas.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Time to go out to Southern California where John Lendo's standing by. John, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, my man. How are you?
Good, good. Got a little rain yesterday, a little cloudy this morning, so we'll see what happens. I see Santa Anita has a couple works over their Tepita track this morning. It doesn't look like there was any works on the main track today.
And as far as the horses based in Southern California, gearing up for the Breeders' Cup, any news of anything happening there?
Well, we saw Nisos got a work in. He did not work the week before, but he got in a fast 6 furlong work over the weekend. Important to see him work again next weekend to stay on schedule for that Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. So that was the main reason. Brandt has been working. He picked it up a little bit last weekend, but watching the films of his works, I don't think he's working all that great. So he might be vulnerable there when he gets to the Breeders' Cup Juvenile.
Well, Bob Baffert is sending a couple of horses out to the Perryville at Keeneland on Saturday in Gaming and Barnes.
Yes, Barnes and Gaming, I'm not sure if he's going. We'll find out if they're both going or not. But Barnes worked with a maiden the other day and was actually outworked.
Wow.
So he's kind of in limbo. And Gaming, they're trying to reestablish him too. So he's got a few horses. He's kind of get back on the going in the right direction.
Well, John, what's the Linda report look like this week?
I'll pick it up tomorrow. We had services for our friend Jeff Siegel on Monday, which is why there is no Linda report for today. So Keeneland tomorrow through Sunday, and we'll go back to Santa Anita for the Friday through Sunday schedule when they get back to racing.
I guess that great racetrack in the sky needs more patrons like Herb and more officials like Jeff, and they're getting quite a hell of an attendance up there, that's for sure. But of course, our thoughts are with Jeff's family as well. All right, we'll talk to you tomorrow then.
Sounds good, Ralph. Best of luck today.
All right, you got it, my man. Now we're going to go out to Jerry Jackowitz standing by with that nice striped shirt on this morning. Jerry, good morning.
Yeah, it's not too visual. It's not
crazy.
Not doing optical stuff, is it?
Yeah, no, it's great. What's up?
Okay, cool. Well, we had pretty much an amazing week last week with our V horses, and
yes, you did. Yeah,
I thought it would be appropriate to talk to the race day people about what that really means.
Mm-hmm.
I had quite a few people buy the Power Page that hadn't bought it before, which was very nice. And I don't want them to get the wrong, I want them to have the right idea.
You got a minute to tell them. Go.
Okay. So the Power Page is information. It's something you use in conjunction with your own handicapping or in conjunction with another tout sheet that you use, say John or Richie or John Hardu. It's not designed as a tout sheet. There's really no way to use it. You don't want to bet the top-rated horse. You don't want to bet star horses. You don't want to bet V horses willy-nilly because you'll be confused. You'll bet a star horse, a V horse will win, vice versa. These are horses the V horses that are what I call value-adding horses. So if you have a play, you want to add them into your play. And there are times when they're 25-1 and the race is really a bust-up race. We've had a couple of them in the past week.
Right.
You should take a shot with them.
Yeah.
Maybe key them. That's a possibility.
Okay.
Based on value or other handicapping ideas you see.
Right.
But I want you to use the Power Page to help you build your plays as you go through the day.
All right, you got it.
The best way to use the Power Page.
Way to
use the Power Page sometimes is not to bet anything because it's too confusing.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure we don't run out of time again.
I won't.
But I do want to just correct you on that. when we talk about handicappers like Jonathan Hardoon, John Lendo, Richie, etc., I don't like to use the word tout, because tout is not a word. These guys do as much work as you do, and they do a lot in there. And
it doesn't have a bad connotation to me, so I'm sorry if that.
Yeah, I kind of use professional handicappers. I think would be a better label.
Okay, fine.
And you're right, and you're right too. Say it quick.
Have a great race day, everybody.